Hi everyone, and welcome to Building Skills and Understanding Careers. My name is Audrey Walls and I'm part of the Career Services staff here at Business Career Services. And today we'll be presenting on a basic overview of what you need to know to get your career started, especially for marketing majors. We'll cover our services at BCS, which are available online this semester, how to get involved and build skills as a marketing major, the most common marketing job titles and where to search for them, and lastly, how to set up an appointment with BCS if you need to. So now that we have a roadmap, let's go ahead and get started. First up is an overview of our services here at Business Career Services. So if you don't know us already, our physical location is B1102 in Sneed Hall, right around the corner from Bleecker Street Cafe. But for this semester, we're offering all of our services virtually, which means that appointments, programs, career fairs, all of it is online. So our one-on-one appointments can literally cover anything related to your career search, from reviewing resumes and cover letters, to job searching, career exploration appointments, right up to practicing interviews and accepting job offers. You can even make appointments with us about setting up your LinkedIn profile, using Handshake if you're not familiar with it, or even grad school if it's something that you're thinking about pursuing later. So some programs that we run outside of our one-on-ones in the second column are things like the Monday morning This Week in Sneed Hall emails, electronic resume review using our new software system that's called VMOC, posting jobs and internships in Handshake all the time, and using BizConnect as a way to connect with alumni and the rest of the business community. We even have our own fancy YouTube playlist that has videos for just about every topic, including a series on job searching during COVID-19 that's really helpful. So last but definitely not least, in this last column here, our fall career fair is coming up, which will be held virtually for this semester. It'll be on September 15th from 11 to 3. And there'll be group events on Zoom as well as one-on-one time slots for you to talk with employers and recruiters. It's the same as you would if you were going up to a table at a career fair. So you're required to register ahead of time and choose the companies you're interested for the one-on-one sections. And that way we're able to schedule a time slot for you, which is pretty cool because that means that if you're interested in a specific company or in a specific role, we can guarantee that you'll be able to talk with them if you act soon enough. Alright, so next up, let's talk about some things you can specifically do as a marketing major to really amplify your experience while you're in school. On this slide, we've put, jobs or ideas in different categories. So we've put information in 3 buckets here, on campus, on your own, or through internships. On campus, you can consider doing things like lending your skills to companies or brands that you're already a big fan of as a brand ambassador. Several brands and companies have this option already, so go out there and research what your favorites are, use their websites, and see if there's a way that you can get involved. Through student organizations, think about doing things like being a chairperson or an officer of some kind that relates to marketing, so doing digital media, social media, events, publicity, anything like that for any student organization that sounds interesting to you. You can also organize your own Relay for Life team here at VCU and promote that. Consider getting involved with the Writing Center at VCU or the Student Media Center, which is over on Broad Street. The Writing Center pays its tutors, but the Student Media Center is mostly volunteer only unless you're working for the Commonwealth Times. You can also be a part of the American Marketing Association, which offers student rates on dues and memberships. So really take advantage of that for sure, because they're super cheap now, but they'll go up once you graduate. Lastly, in this column here, think about those academic projects you've been working on. And by that, I mean any big project that you've been doing in a marketing or a marketing-related class. Has there been a big group project that you've had to manage? Was there a big project that you worked on for the whole semester that involved creativity or using your marketing skills? These are great indications that you have the skill set that you're going to take with you to work. You're just doing it in an academic setting first. So put those things on your resume for sure. In the On Your Own column here in the middle, we have things like LinkedIn Learning, which is a great self-teaching tool for learning new marketing skills and brushing up on what's out there trend-wise. Canva is another great web-based software to get familiar with, because we even made this presentation on Canva, so check that out as well. Buffer and Hootsuite are great social media tools and platformers for managing social media if social media is a career path that really interests you. The workshop at VCU Libraries is a really cool interactive space that has both a physical location in the lower level of the library, as well as really useful online resources that has training in many different delivery types like worksheets, videos, podcasts, you name it. Google Ads and analytics certifications can also be great notches on your belt when it comes to resume building for things that you can kind of get started on by yourself. It has low cost and low time commitment compared with other certifications out there, but it shows that you've started building skills already. And the same goes for HubSpot certifications as well, so check those out. And lastly, here in the last column, internships are the most common and go-to ways that we think of gaining quote-unquote experience in the field. Internships can either be paid or unpaid, depending on where you look, although most paid internships start somewhere around $12 or $15 an hour. Internships usually run a semester, so think fall, spring, or over the summer, and they can average about 10 to 20 hours a week during the school year. But sometimes they're more over the summer, so more hours, sometimes more pay, especially if you aren't taking classes, or if you're doing an internship in a location that's other than Richmond. One thing to note that's especially cool for marketing folks in this section is that a lot of places on campus will hire student workers or hourly employees to run their marketing campaigns, social media, events, or have other job duties that you can easily apply for and hold these jobs while you're in school. VCU Human Resources, the University Career Center, VCU Rec Sports are just a few of the departments or units on campus that routinely hire students to help do their marketing for them. So look out for those opportunities as well. So now if we're thinking about internships and where to find them, we're also going to want to talk about common job titles for marketing folks. So that will be our next slide. This slide we've broken up into 3 parts. So hands-on, which is going to be your creatives, sales-related, which is going to be client and service-related folks, and data and analysis will be those of you who want to get into consumer behavior and research. For our hands-on folks in that first column, you'll be looking at job titles like marketing assistant, marketing associate, marketing coordinator, or a specific area of marketing, so social media, digital, content, communications. When you're looking at these listings, make sure you take a really close look at what the job duties will be and what they expect you to know already versus what they're ready to teach you. Some of these general postings will want you to kind of be a Jack or a Jill or a Jessie of all trades. They'll want you to do photo editing, video, email campaigns, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. So just be aware of that as you search for these. For the sales-related jobs in the middle, these are going to be client-based and people-person related. These are the people who are willing to go out and meet clients, take on new work, listen to clients or companies' needs, and then deliver on the accounts. These are kind of the Don Drapers who may not necessarily be creating all the content, but they are creating a relationship, which is just as important. Some job titles you'll want to look for here include business development representative, anything with the word accounts, executive, manager, coordinator, same for client services. These are kind of the buzzwords you'll want to search with. And in our last column here, our data and analysis folks are going to be the number crunchers and the Excel wizards who love the information gathering behind how and why marketing works. Because of this, you're going to want to look at job titles that specifically highlight categories like research or analyst, but only when it comes to marketing or branding. SEO or search engine optimization is specialized but really prevalent field because so much of marketing is digital and online now. So if this kind of work appeals to you, knowledge of databases and management of information is going to be key. So this is where those LinkedIn learning classes that I mentioned on the previous slide could really come in to save the day and give you a leg up over other applicants if you've already gotten started on that. So our next slide is going to be where to search for those jobs that we all just talked about. So these 3 websites are kind of the holy trinity, Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed. You can look other places like Glassdoor, Snag a Job, Monster, or even Craigslist, but those postings tend to be less vetted and less filtered, so you may have to wade through a lot of slush before you find something meaningful. Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed all have highly customizable filtering tools that allow you to kind of laser point your job or internship search if you want to. You can also make appointments with us specifically to go over job searching and using these platforms if you'd like to. Which brings me to my next slide. How to make appointments. So if you log into Handshake, you'll see a toolbar at the top that looks a lot like the one at the top of the slide here. You'll want to click Career Center, and then you'll have a series of prompts that will ask you to choose your appointment type, fill out a series of questions that'll ask you what day, what time, what person you want to make the appointment with, what topics you want to cover, so on and so forth. You'll hit Submit, and then you'll get a confirmation email from Handshake pretty fast, so you'll want to check your email from that too. The person who you'll be meeting with will also be in contact with you, especially if you're meeting over phone or Zoom. So other contact information you should know is going to be here. Like I mentioned at the beginning, our physical location is B1102 Sneed Hall, but we are taking appointments through Zoom and phone for this semester, and that's any time from about 9 to 4:30 in the afternoon. You can call us at 804-827-1801, or you can drop us an email at bizcareer@vcu.edu. Our website is easily found using this address. You can go to the School of Business main website, or just Google us. And lastly, if you want to, you can follow us on social media for fun stuff and other information at Sneed Life. And that is a wrap for me and this presentation. So thank you so much for letting us be a part of your class today, and seriously let us know if there's anything we can do to help you out career-wise. Working with students is easily our most favorite part of the job, except for making presentations like this, of course. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with one of us. We hope you have a great rest of your day and be excellent to each other. And we really hope to see y'all in for an appointment or any questions that you might have soon. So have a good one.